Afternoon, everybody. We've got pans smoking, as you can see here, and we got steam rising out of some of them. We got something great for you today. It's called steak au poivre, which means steak with pepper. And of course, you can use any kind of steak you want to. We're also doing steamed green beans, and we're doing a remoulade with mustard and shallot and red wine vinegar. So I know what you're saying. Everybody out there is saying, Charles, a remoulade with mustard? Well, yeah. Normally remoulades are made with mayonnaise, but this is a New Orleans style remoulade, and they use Dijon mustard, and all of this is kind of New Orleans based. They do this steak au poivre, and they're going to do it like we're going to do it, and I'll show you how it's done right now. We start out with some really nice steaks. These happen to be filet mignon, which is beef tenderloin, which is the leanest and it's the best and it's the juiciest cut of beef that there is. Kind of expensive. If you want to go cheaper, you can do ribeye or you can do sirloin, but we wanted to go with these today. Now, the au poivre is with pepper. And so here's pepper. I got peppercorns in this bag here, and I've already started just cracking them down a little. We just don't want full peppercorn, so we've already taken the liberty of doing quite a bit of that, and we're not going to use all of these, but we're going to put those in a little container right there. And while our pan here is heating up, I want to go ahead and get some olive oil in there. Olive oil will burn if you don't watch it, so we're also putting in 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon of butter. And that's going to help it to brown really good. So we're going to let that start melting. Our steak au poivre. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start out with, that's quite a bit of salt because you're not going to be salting the other side, just this one side. So we got 3/4 of a tablespoon of kosher salt. Remember, salt is going to help this not to stick. Salt is it's a rock. It won't burn. So we're going to put pepper on here. Lots of pepper. Now the flavor a lot of that flavor will remain in the pepper itself. So we're going to take this and we're going to press down on it, and we're going to put these in our pan. Pepper side down. Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes. She didn't thank me, she thanked you. All right, so while this is going on, we're going to be steaming some green beans. So we've got about 16 ounces or so of green beans that are going into a steamer. Now that's just a steamer pot inside of a boiler. So those are going to steam for about the period of time it takes us to cook these. And really there's not a lot left to do right now because these are going to cook 3 minutes per side. And then we got a little tip we're going to do for you. I learned this from Billy Power last week when we were eating dinner together. At Power Satellite Services. Billy told me a little trick that a lady used in Virginia that made the best steaks possible. We're going to try it out and see how it works. By the way, everything can be gotten at Quality Foods in the Town Plaza Shopping Center in Toccoa. Great place to go, great folks to deal with. Of course, every time I'm in there, I was in there today, and they were all saying, "What you doing on the show tonight?" Everybody keeps up with it. We appreciate that always. Debbie, anybody watching?
That's it.
Oh, we must have that thing flipped over the wrong way.
Flip it and see. No.
Nobody making any comments?
It's just not popping up.
It's just not popping up. Are we on the air?
What are you doing?
Oh, this is a shallot. This is like a mild onion. So we're starting to make our remoulade. And we're going to take this shallot. I'm going to use this handy thing that Debbie got me. Now this is going to be very, very thin sliced shallots. We want them diced very thinly. So we're going to come in here and we're going to make little cuts, very thin. I won't be using my other machine because it makes them too thick. So now we're going to cut these little thin diced shallots. We need about 2 tablespoons. That's about enough right there. So we're going to put these, let me get the big slivers out of the way, in our bowl. And to that, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Now, that's not regular yellow mustard, that's Dijon. And 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And that's it. No spices, no anything else. Now, the vinegar is going to help soften that shallot just a little bit. So it's going to soften things up.
I've had this. This is very
Yeah, well, I
good.
fixed this the other night. Alexa, how long on the timer? Okay, I just want to make sure she was working. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes.
Oh,
Now you only do one side of these with the pepper because you want the other side to be in full contact with the skillet. That's what's going to help to cook that, is to have that other side in full contact. This holds it off just a little bit so you don't get the searing that you get whenever you have that in there like that. So we're going to go another 3 minutes on that side. Now to the green beans, we're going to, once we finish them, they're going to get a little salt, and they're also going to get a little Parmesan cheese sprinkled on top of them. So that's how we're going to do the green beans. So, you sure we got nobody watching? Let me see if I can. Well, we're up and live. There we go. Hey there, Ashley Gregory. How are you doing?
Michelle Rolander.
Oh, Michelle. I was telling Michelle. Melinda sent me a picture of what she made that we made on the show last week.
Oh, great.
And I was telling her what we were making tonight. And Josh is going to be on the radio show with me tomorrow night. He won his race at Cherokee Speedway, so we're going to have Josh on tomorrow night. So I assume you know that, Melinda, but anyway.
Donna Payne is watching.
Donna, hey, so glad to have you tuning in. So these steaks are just going to hang out. Now we're going to cover them for the last minute or so. As I mentioned, we're going to put a 1/4 cup of water. Don't you imagine what kind of splatter we're going to have to clean up once I put water in that hot skillet.
I'm glad you're cleaning up.
Yeah, that's sort of my milieu, as they say. I'll clean up after it's all said and done. But you only do these about 3 times on either side because we're going for a medium rare. Now, if you want it cooked more than that, leave it in for a few more minutes. But we're going medium rare on these. So we're only doing 3 minutes per side twice. Then we'll go 2 minutes per side twice. And one thing we're not doing today because of time limitations, but you normally put this on a board and let it rest for 5 minutes for the juices to redistribute before you slice it. However, we don't have that luxury because we're not going to sit here for 5 minutes while it rests and talk. Bad enough, y'all got to hear me talk while this is going on for 3 minutes right here.
Donna Payne is watching.
Donna, good to have Donna in. These are so good. And I tell you what, these little beef tenderloins or filet mignons are the tenderest things. It's like the next best thing to prime rib. I mean, it is just so tender and so good and so lean because it comes from the part of the cow where there's not a lot of muscles. So it's not one of the working areas of the cow. It's the tenderloin. And any of you that know anything about deer know that the deer tenderloin, which we've got several of those in the freezer, that is such good things to have as well. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes. And I'm assuming it's doing that. It didn't say. So let me look at my timer here to make sure. And I tried this over very high heat the other day, and it just filled the kitchen with smoke. So I'm trying to go back to a medium-high heat. That's what the recipe calls for. But I like to really sear it over high heat over the center burner, but I decided not to do it that way this time. Now look what the green beans are doing. They are getting, look how pretty and green they're going to get. Now that's going to go for about 5 or 6 more minutes, and they're going to be tender, and they're going to be soft, and they're going to be yet still have just a little bit of crunch to them. They're going to be good. So we got the final couple of minutes coming up with our steak tenderloin. These are approximately 1 inch thick. If you buy them 3/4 inch thick or thinner, you can adjust your cooking times on that. And we'll see once I cut into it how close to medium well these are. And you notice one thing, you don't really mess with them. Once they get in the pan, you don't mess around with them. You leave them and let them sit there and do their thing. That's part of the searing process.
Smells so good.
Doesn't it smell good? Oh, and I tell you what, the peppercorns, they don't taste really hot peppery. They just give it a great flavor, and the remoulade that you put on it kind of balances that flavor out.
Yeah,
so it really works well. Yeah. It is so good. Alexa, how many more minutes on that timer? Alexa, how much longer on the timer? There are no timers set. Okay.
I had a feeling.
That's why I was looking at my clock here to make sure. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes. Okay, we're going to make sure she does us 2 minutes now for sure. And then we're going to put the water in for the final 2 minutes in just a moment. If you haven't been noticing what's been going on lately, there's been a lot of activity going on Facebook about travel, because right now it's spring break and a lot of folks are on their spring break. They're traveling. We have a lot of friends that are cruising, a lot of folks that are out there. If you're interested in taking a cruise for the summer, why not get with us and let us help book your cruise, book your hotel stay, book your vacation. Debbie and I are going to Myrtle Beach in a couple of weeks. We're looking forward to that. And then we're heading to that all-inclusive that we love to go to in Jamaica. We'll be there for a solid week. And all that you can book through us at Yellow Hat Travel. So just let me know if you're interested in going anywhere. My services don't cost you anything. I quoted somebody a couple of days ago on a 4-day Disney package. And just today, I'm working with someone on an opportunity for them to go do an all-inclusive for 5 days. And those all-inclusives are unreal. Debbie, tell them how great it is. Man,
that's just wonderful.
Hey, you have everything you want to eat. 5, 6 restaurants on there. You don't pay a penny for them. That's included.
Flowers in my room.
Flowers in the room. We have butler service if you want that. We have bars. There's like 6 bars if you're into the alcohol thing. You even have alcohol in your room. They have, what do they have? Rum and vodka and something. I don't know. We don't do that part. But anyway, it's right there at a faucet in your room. All inclusive. Literally, it is all inclusive.
A great way to go.
Oh, it's just such a good way to go. It's the luxury lifestyle. Yeah, you need to try it at least once. And the first time we went to Cabo San Lucas, and we thought we would never do that again. But we've been to 2 others since, and we realized that the luxury lifestyle is pretty cool. Alexa, stop. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes. Okay. Now we're going to put the water in, and that is going to work miracles with that. Most of that water will evaporate out. And, man, imagine what that would do if I didn't have that lid on there.
Yeah, no kidding. What a mess.
It's enough of a mess as it is. But anyway, at least we're eliminating some of it. And, again, this is my mother's old cast iron frying pan. And I think it was passed down to her. So that's probably well over 100 years old. And thank goodness it's still working and still going and still doing its thing. All right, in the meantime, we can go ahead and start. Well, I want to let that rest a little bit while I get the green beans going, so I don't want to get them going too quickly. Again, Quality Foods at the Town Plaza Shopping Center is where you can find all of these things and just enjoy so much their participation in what we do. Also, if you're looking for a church home, we at Ebenezer would love to have you. Church is growing. We've just had to pave more parking area. We've got more kids showing up. It's great to see so many kids and youth and folks at school age that are at the church. And our class is called the H2O class, Him to Others. Just last week, they were out building a deck, building a ramp for someone. Week before that, they were at the nursing home doing some things as we do every month at the nursing home. It is literally service to others, and it's a great class. Bruce Henderson is such a great leader in that class, and we appreciate him so much. So if you don't have a church home, come visit with us at Ebenezer. We'd love to have you there.
Donna Payne is watching.
Donna, you've called her name 3 times.
Have I? I'm losing it.
No, I've said 3 times to her hello. Anyway.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off right now, because that's got plenty of heat in that iron skillet to continue on until Alexa lets me know when to end. Alexa, how many minutes left?
You have less than 10 seconds left.
There it is. Alexa, stop. All right, so that's coming off. This is going on a board. And we're going to let that sit there for just a minute while we work on our beans. Now the beans can go. Look at that. The steam was so good.
Great.
Those just look fantastic. We're going to put these right in here. They're wanting to fall apart because they're so limp now, but that's okay. And these beans, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can get green beans. Of course, gardens haven't come in yet, but you can get green beans in a package that are already pre-washed and pre-strung. There's no such thing as strings on beans much anymore, not on these kind of beans, but the ends have been clipped off and so forth. So now to these, we're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And now we're going to take our tongs. Pardon me, sweetheart. We're going to take our tongs and just kind of toss them a little bit to make sure that everything gets a little bit of the coating that we put on there, the salt and the goodies. All right, now it's time to slice. Let me get my slicing knife out here. Let's see how close we got to medium rare. Look at that. That's got some nice pinkness going on.
It's so good.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
This is a good one. Now, every once in a while when I do a recipe, Debbie will say, now that's a keeper. And I know whenever she says that, she means it, because that means we have done a good job on these. And how you like my new tongs? Got those today?
I like those. I like the ice cream scoop you got.
Thanks to the folks at Dollar General.
There you go.
Could not find them wherever else I was looking, so Dollar General happened to have those. So I'm just going to go ahead and put down a little bit of this on there. I'm just going to go ahead and plate up one plate right now. I'll plate the other one for Debbie or me, whomever, in just a little while. And here's the remoulade. We're just going to take a little bit of that and put over the top, and it is so good. Put a little more of that. Take some of the beans and place them on there. That one, a little bit of a runaway. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Steak au poivre, which means pepper steak, with green beans and that remoulade of Dijon mustard, red wine vinegar, and shallots. Oh, it's so good. Can't wait to dig in. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye, everybody.